Now let's get into Sparkles. Talk to us. We now have an accepted offer, and we're now moving into the home inspection process. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up what you've got here with your slides. Talk to us a little bit about the video inspection and how that all works and the benefit for consumers.
Yes, awesome. Thank you, Ron. So prior to COVID-19's global pandemic and the shelter-in-place orders, how a home inspection worked is once your offer was accepted on the home, we would go in and we would do an inspection of the house, and we would look at every single crack and crease and nook and cranny inside and out of the house and write a written report and our video inspection and send it off to the home buyer so that, like I said earlier, they know exactly what condition the house is in, so they kind of have an idea of what they're walking into if they do want to end up purchasing that home. Today, we're lucky that we've been doing it since we started in 2009. So we're the experts on it, as well as being the only company in the DFW that does video inspections. But like I said earlier, what happens is we go in and we look at everything, and we take a million pictures of every nook and cranny inside and out. And we'll put that together in a video compilation of all those pictures, and we'll have the inspector kind of do a voiceover and walk you through each photo to explain exactly what you're looking at. It makes it super relatable to the client. It helps them understand what they're looking at so that they don't just read this crazy real estate licensed language report that they don't know what it's really saying, and it just looks scary, and they're like, I'm gonna need to see 30 more houses, James, thanks. So it kind of just helps talk things down a little bit. But what's great about that right now is that you don't have to go to the inspection. Prior to COVID-19 global pandemic, you had to go. You didn't have to, but most people preferred to go to the inspection after the inspector was finished so that they could kind of have a presentation and talk through everything with the inspector in person. Now, in addition to our safety protocols, which are the masks, the booties, the gloves, the hand sanitizer, we don't touch anything unless we absolutely have to. A lot of times the sprinkler systems are smart systems, so we'll have the listing agents text their sellers so that they can just run them from their phone, so we don't have to touch anything and all of that stuff. So we follow all those safety protocols, and we highly encourage, when you're scheduling the inspection, to not attend. So you've got those people that are category 1, that are the buyers that they're immune compromised, or they're just afraid, or they just are taking all these precautions. They don't want to be there. They're not going to do it. So we've got that video. Again, it helps them kind of put themselves in the space and understand what they're looking at without having to risk themselves to exposure of infection and all of that stuff, and just kind of keeps it socially distanced, if you will.
Excellent. And James, want to share a little bit more?
Yes. So I use Green Scene for inspections and have been using them for quite a while. And the thing about the video inspection for clients that are coming from another part of the country, let's say someone lives in Southern California and is relocating here, they'll come in town to pick the property, right, to see the property in person and write the offer and hopefully get it accepted prior to them leaving. But they're typically only here for a couple of days, and then they have to fly back home or where they're at to go back to work or to go get the kids back into school or whatnot. So the video inspection really was a benefit for folks that were relocating into town, because they couldn't be here to go back to the house and be there with the inspector so the inspector could point out the different things that he was concerned about or wanted to bring to their attention. So the video conference was a great solution for that, so that they could actually go and hear the voiceover about what is this particular picture showing and why are you showing it to me. Before, in the written reports, we would just have a photo dropped in there, And then it was left up to the consumer. Certainly there was the description underneath, but it was kind of left up to the consumer to decipher what the inspector was trying to say here. Or you would have to reach out to the inspector, who was probably on an inspection, and ask him what he's referring to in this picture. Now with the video, he's able to actually explain what's going on and why am I concerned about it, or why is the inspector concerned about it, and why are they bringing attention to it. Today, because of COVID-19 and the fact that we're trying to limit personal contact, the video inspection is a great asset to have to now provide that service to all of the inspections that are going on for consumers today, so that they don't have to go back into the home. The sellers feel better about that they've only got one or maybe two people at the property, not a whole group of people that are sitting around touching stuff. So I think the sellers feel more comfortable with that, and the buyers certainly feel comfortable with that, because now they're able to, in the comfort of their own home, watch this video and understand what's going on with the home and where are their concerns. So again, the service that Green Scene provides is great for that reduction in personal contact.
That's a really great point. When my wife, she actually bought an investment property, I attended the inspection, but then for a client reason, I had to leave, and they were able to really fill in the gaps. When I went back and I looked at the video report, they were able to, in the video report, just point out here's what's going on in the laundry room. And this is why, with a little bit of some cosmetic fixes, this is something that you can be comfortable moving forward with. So it was incredibly helpful to have that context. If I was just reading through it, I think people, if you think about it, why video is so important is because it activates all the senses, right? You get to see people, you connect with them over a camera. It's not just reading. And that's what's really important. You really get a good idea, and they're not just talking, where it's talking heads. They actually are filming what they're talking about. So if it's a hose that connects to something with the laundry room, then they're actually showing the hose. So I think that's incredibly important.